Well, it looks like Arsenal are nearing the signing of their sixth signing of the summer. This day of the deadline transfer window. Personal terms believed to have been done between Douglas Luiz and Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano is pouring lots and lots of updates as far as this day is concerned. But as Douglas Luiz is entering Arsenal, there is another player known as Hector Bellerin, one of those players that has been at Arsenal for a long time. He's really paving out, and here we go, has been done by Fabrizio Romano. He has gone to Barcelona, and obviously Mykhaylo Mudryk, Arsenal 100% pull out of that deal. They no longer want to sign him as an Arsenal player. So welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now today we have lots of things to talk about, and obviously it's going to be Douglas Luiz talk or topic, because obviously he is the talk about town as far as Arsenal is concerned, and very many other transfers all over the world. As I speak right about now, everything looks like it's rosy for Arsenal, and they have every reason to smile, because Fabrizio Romano has walked down his Twitter and told us the following, that Arsenal are ready to reach an agreement with Douglas Luiz on personal terms. The player wants to move. That's the first thing, and that's the most important thing of any transfer. Does the player want to move? Does the player want to make that move? That's the most ideal green light of any transfer. The player wants to move to Arsenal. That's what Fabrizio told us at first. Then guess what? He told us that Arsenal are ready to reach an agreement with Douglas Luiz on personal terms. The player wants to move in there for you. So personal terms are not a problem. Already been agreed between Arsenal and Douglas Luiz. Now it's all about Aston Villa handing the player over to Arsenal in there for you. And Arsenal fans are really going to be excited about this story, because lots of things are really building up in favor of Arsenal. Now, guess what? Aston Villa have gone ahead to really agree a deal, and the player has been allowed to go in to come in and make a medical at Aston Villa. He's a midfielder at Wolverhampton Wanderers, known as Didonka in there for you, and it's been a breaking story by David Austin that Villa have had an offer accepted by Wolverhampton Wanderers for Didonka. Transfer fee 15 million euros or 12.9 million pounds total. Permission granted by Wolves for a 27-year to take medical plus complete move to Villa. That's what David Austin is telling us. What does that mean? It really shows you that the deal of Douglas Luiz to Arsenal has been accepted by Aston Villa, because if at all they never wanted to sell him, they wouldn't at any time went in for another optional midfielder who plays the same position that Douglas Luiz plays in. Everyone asks himself, why are they in a hurry to bring in a replacement for Douglas Luiz? Because if they don't sell Douglas Luiz this summer, he's going out on a chip in January, or as a free agent in next summer, in the summer of 2023. That's it. He said, I'm not putting pen to paper to extend my contract at a side which goes by the names of Aston Villa. And Aston Villa, if they don't dance to what he wants, obviously the player is going to go out on a free. So getting in 20 million pounds, the first story I did, Arsenal submitting in a bid of 20 million pounds for Douglas Luiz, and obviously they're bidding with Atletico Madrid. There is a bidding war between Arsenal and Atletico Madrid, but it looks like Aston Villa is so much happy with the 20 million pounds that they are getting from Douglas Luiz, and obviously it's now about the player. Where does the player want to go? Obviously, let's wait and see. The player has already told us that he wants to move to Arsenal. You saw that photo of him and Gabriel Jesus discussing after the game that ended 2-1 in favor of Arsenal. You saw that very well, and people are telling us that that photo will speak volumes after the transfer is done and declared. Now, Fabrizio Romano again has broken the internet as far as Douglas Luiz is concerned. He has gone ahead to let us know that there is a meeting right now, and intermediaries are working on it right now. It's not an easy one. That's what Fabrizio is telling us. It's not an easy one, obviously, but obviously the coming of the Donker from Wolverhampton Wanderers makes it easy for the player to leave. But where is the player going? Who is going to offer in more money at the side which goes by the names of Aston Villa to get in the player? Now, Rudy Bellerin is telling us that Douglas Luiz has asked Aston Villa to find an agreement with Arsenal. This is what should excite every Arsenal fan all over the world, because this is what you always want. Transfers nowadays are so much based on what we call the players, because very many clubs will come in and really put in the money that the club wants. But obviously, to depend on the player, where does the player want to go? Obviously, the player has asked them to agree a deal with Arsenal because that's where he wants to go. Obviously, if you're Douglas Luiz, when you look at the two teams, Atletico Madrid and Arsenal, you look at the plan, the culture, the philosophy of football in there for you. Where would you love to go? Obviously, Arsenal. Arsenal has a very good coach in the names of Mykhaylo Mudryk. He plays sexy, attractive football. Diego Simeone sits back. You are always on the run. You don't have a lion's share of the possession of the most of the games you play. So, and there is Kondogbia that side. Is he going to go out and really displace Kondogbia? I doubt. But the main factor, I think, is the way Mykhaylo Mudryk plays his football. That style of football that Mykhaylo Mudryk puts out on the field of play really helps a lot to attract players like Douglas Luiz to Arsenal. And secondly, the Brazilian environment at Arsenal. They're having Gabriel Magalhães, Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus. They're having Marquinhos. 3 Brazilians at one team. Why would you leave that and then you opt to go somewhere else? I really believe that it's already stamped, booked, and I know Arsenal are really going to get Douglas Luiz, as even the player wants to move and Arsenal are really willing to pay that amount of money. Remember, they made a 20 million bid for a player who goes by the names of Danilo in Brazil, and guess what? It was turned down. They told them that it's a good amount of money, would accept it if at all you brought it in January. So they told them you are too early for January. So come in for January, then you'll have the player. And then Arsenal said, who else is available? Let's go in for Douglas Luiz. And obviously, Douglas Luiz has also submitted that he doesn't want to go to Atletico Madrid. He wants to go to a side which goes by names of Arsenal. Obviously, if you are Douglas Luiz, having had a very good spell at Aston Villa, you would like to go into play at Arsenal. And he knows that the World Cup is around the corner. When you have that Brazilian contingent around you, obviously, you will get a chance. And he's going to come in and really play very well because he's good, comfortable on the ball, press resistant. And remember one thing I had not yet told you in all the videos I've done about Douglas Luiz is this guy was once under the coaching of Mykhaylo Mudryk. When? Between 2017 to 2019, he was at Man City and he was loaned to Girona in Spain. That's where he was sold to Aston Villa, and obviously Man City also wanted to re-sign him this summer, but obviously they couldn't because they brought in Calvin Phillips. But obviously he knows Mykhaylo Mudryk very well, and Mykhaylo Mudryk knows him very well, and he is one of those players that Mykhaylo Mudryk believes that is going to put a very big spike and bluster into that midfield of Arsenal when Thomas Partey and Elneny are away. And if at all everything is done in time and approved, obviously this player is going to play against Manchester United. I think the best signing of Arsenal is going to be Douglas Luiz at this juncture. No one is even talking about a left attack midfielder because they know that their midfield is weak. Amid Sambi Lokonga being available and played very well against Aston Villa, but the game ahead of them, of Manchester United, really requires them to have a person like Douglas Luiz in that central defense midfield area of a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. So after that, we've been told by James Ollie, senior football writer at ESPN, he has told us that Arsenal have agreed a contract termination with Hector Bellerin. The player is now in advanced talks to join Barcelona, with sources close to Bellerin expecting the deal to get done. Obviously, the sources were right. And we've been told by Fabrizio Romano, Hector Bellerin has agreed personal terms with Barcelona, contract now ready. Deal only depends on Barca decision now, as Arsenal are ready to terminate the contract. So it looks like Arsenal are really a side that really wanted this to happen, because Hector Bellerin snubbed very many teams that really wanted to pay money for him, and Arsenal missed out on that money. But on the deadline day, Arsenal don't want to keep a player who is not going to play, and they pay him close to £110,000 a week, meaning that they spend close to £500,000 a month on him. If at all you keep him at the club, that means you're going to spend close to £7 million a year paying him. So it's better terminate the contract and let the player move on as you did on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. What I don't know is that whether Arsenal has gone ahead to really spend some money or man has exchanged pockets like Arsenal compensating for that contract that they've terminated, but I think it has been a mutual understanding. The agent has been pushing for it, but on the last day, Real Betis just pulled out because they couldn't really manage this, and they pulled out, and Hector Bellerin had only one option to go on and play at Barcelona, back to a team that really groomed him from the La Masia Academy, and then Arsenal bought him through Arsene Wenger, and he played at Arsenal. Obviously, he's turning to Spain, but his ideal destination was supposed to be Real Betis, but Real Betis couldn't really get this deal to happening as expected. So that is a man who goes by names of a man who goes by names of Hector Bellerin, and obviously Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to let us know that in just seconds after letting us know that a contract is going to be terminated, then Fabrizio Romano wrote to us and told us that Hector Bellerin to Barcelona, here we go, been told it's all agreed, 1-year contract with no option for a further season. Bellerin will sign until 2023 in the next hours. Barcelona medical scheduled contract will be terminated by mutual consent with Arsenal. So, to me, I believe there is still a player in Hector Bellerin, and I really don't believe in anyone who comes out and diss Hector Bellerin. But the problem is at Arsenal is Mikel Arteta doesn't want to have players that don't respect him. The only way you're going to stay at Arsenal is when you are a player who respects him, even though he played with you at Arsenal. Remember, Mikel Arteta signed for Arsenal in 2011, and I think it was yesterday that he really signed for Arsenal. I think it's now coming to 11 years since he signed for Arsenal. And he played with the likes of Granit Xhaka, Mesut Ozil, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. No, Aubameyang came in when he had left, I think. Yeah, Aubameyang came in and left. The other player, Granit Xhaka, Hector Bellerin. So, all of the players that played with him, he has gradually taken them out of the club. And obviously, it's working good for him, you see. So, that is a man who goes by the names of Mikel Arteta. Hector Bellerin to Barcelona, he's no longer an Arsenal player, and even if you check the website of Arsenal right now, he's no longer appearing in there with the photo donned into that Arsenal shirt. He's out of Arsenal, and obviously he's going to Barcelona, and expect him to be that side. And I think it's a very good move for him. If he really impresses in these months, you never know, he might even find himself in the World Cup for the Spanish national team. Obviously, you know how Valverde, the national team coach of Spain, loves players at Barcelona. Remember, in the Euros, he never took any player from Barcelona, from Real Madrid, sorry. That's the guy. So, he might really earn himself a call to play for the Spanish national team in the World Cup in Qatar because of a move he's going to make at Barcelona, and I know he's going to enjoy his move that side. Then lastly, we've been told by the gentleman that really blew this story of Mykhaylo Mudryk. He's known as Hachra Kachata. He has told us that Arsenal will not sign Mykhaylo Mudryk this summer, 100% confirmed. There were no offers from the Gunners. Therefore, so it looks like Arsenal has pulled out in every deal to sign a right or a winger. That's it. I don't believe it's a very good move for Arsenal. I really believe that they would have gone in for a winger. To me, I was really preferring to Marcos Alonso. Pedro Neto would cost them £60 million, something that Arsenal couldn't afford. Obviously, they've gone in for Douglas Luiz, which is a very good addition, but obviously they are in need of a left-footed midfielder. That's it. If Marc Asensio had been lent to Arsenal, it would have been a good delivery for Mikel Arteta that would have really bolstered that side. The good thing is that Bukayo Saka is trying to give us cameos. He's starting to give us cameos of what he is. That is Bukayo Saka. I saw him in the game of yesterday. He nearly scored yesterday. Had close to 2 clear chances. He didn't score, but he was responsible for that assist that saw Martinelli give Arsenal a lead in the 77th minute of the game of football that they won yesterday. So he's trying to fight hard to come back, but obviously he'll need someone to come in and really put in a shift for him, because he cannot do this season in, season out. You get? He has not missed out on any Arsenal game since the May of 2021. Shows you that he has been playing every Arsenal game, and fatigue is knocking on his door, and I really believe that he needs some rest, and you can't rest him when you don't have a good option. So let's wait and see whether Mykhaylo will be the one who is going to be playing into the UEFA Europa League, such that at least Bukayo Saka gets a rest of 7 days every time Arsenal is playing in the UEFA Europa League, such that he doesn't really get himself off. Then for Mykhaylo Mudryk, for me, I really said I don't see Arsenal getting this player. Reason being, he's not left-footed and he thrives a lot onto the left attacking side of the midfield, where Arsenal has a lot of quality in Emily Smith-Rowe, in Martinelli and Reece Nelson, who is injured right now. But when you look on the right attacking side of the midfield, after really sending off Pepe, you needed someone to come in through. It's supposed to be either Pedro Neto or Marco Asensio. But when you look at Arsenal, obviously, you'll always ask yourself, was Mikel Arteta right? Because he said that the moment they sent out Pepe on loan, they had already gotten an alternative to come in, or a replacement for him at Arsenal. So expect Arsenal to go in and really make a bid for another player, especially who plays onto the left attack midfield side, because he has told us that everything is done and dusted as far as them scouting the replacement of Nicolas Pepe at the side which goes by names of Arsenal. That's what I had for you in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. But Douglas Luiz to Arsenal personal terms agreed. He wants Arsenal only, and obviously Mykhaylo Mudryk deal 100% off. Then we are talking about Hector Bellerin leaving a side which goes by names of Arsenal to Barcelona. Deal confirmed. Here we go, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, and let's wait and see what is going to happen in the next hours in here on this channel, which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. Rokan David is my name. May the Almighty Lord protect you abundantly. I'm out.